Oh. Can somebody just kick him in the leg and kill him?
He only has 5 hit points.
He is an AC of 1,000,000 when you're trying to hit him. So no.
If the foot is big enough. If you cast Mordenkainen's Greater Foot. Okay, so when we last left off, everybody was like
When we
the
left
cantrip.
off, the trees got mad.
What got mad?
I said when we last left off, all the trees got really mad and tried to murder us.
Yeah, so basically everybody came up here and rested in there while May was doing some ritual to, he says, to like help improve the forest, since he sees that it's like so much death and decay. And whenever everybody tries to go leave, everybody sees like Oliver and the other people that you recognize from Hamlet, and then obviously like the entire forest comes to attack. And basically all the trees and everything are dead out here, and rain canceled the hunger. And it's basically it. May like comes down. Everybody, there was Taruko was up here, and he climbs down and everything, so this is kind of the aftermath. May is still he still has spider climb, so actually he's going to be just like over here walking.
He's gonna find a secret passage or something, and we're gonna hate ourselves.
It's the entire second half of the dungeon.
No.
It's where the master lives.
Yeah, none of you looked up, but there's actually a reverse dungeon up here.
Oh, it's like Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
There's reverse gravity too.
It's upside down.
All right. What do you think we're doing, everybody? Are we going back to town to report what we saw?
I think so, because I mean, we've explored what we can. As far as I know, we've left nothing unturned. But
We didn't find we didn't find Satan Child with a little droney dude.
No, we didn't find the one person's wife either.
Yeah, Oliver is like, Jensen was sad when we left, so his wife isn't here?
Not that we found.
She's invisible. She's a ghost.
Are we gonna take any sort of rest before we go back to town, or?
I'm actually. Did I use any? It looks like I didn't use any of my abilities from that, like no action surge or.
I used one.
I'm pretty much full.
I used 1 second level spell, and it's still on the board.
Yeah, May
There's a weapon!
Yeah, May has used some stuff. So that spiritual weapon only lasts a minute, by the way. So you get to move it around until it disappears.
It hits Oliver in the head and then disappears. Oliver's dead now. Oh. Yeah, but see, you gave me the ability God damn it. To do this a whole bunch, so.
Oliver's dead now.
Yes!
He has a second life.
Gizno rejoices.
So yeah, May just says, yeah, if we're trying to get back to Hamlet, I'd suggest we do it sooner rather than later.
Right, I would want
something else comes.
More of the same or worse.
I'm warning most of the plants in this area that things are coming to attack, so hopefully they can defend themselves.
Why would you want to warn the plants?
It's not their fault they're dying.
not their fault they tried to poison Rain or murder Rain either. But it is.
All right, let's go. I'm leaving.
Yeah, let's go.
They tried to eat Rain's backpack. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah, they turned my backpack into a smoke grenade.
Yeah.
For everybody to, make it out before.
I'd be pissed if we missed something important. Like Jensen's wife is in some sort of hallway we just didn't go by.
And she was in one of the hallways or doorways.
Wait. There's no way. There's no way I could.
I don't know. You guys didn't want to open that one door
What one door?
that had a wall behind it. We don't know where that went.
Oh,
or
right.
Opened.
Did
You guys,
I meet Jensen's wife at all?
you guys were scared.
So aside from seeing Jensen at the inn whenever he broke in, and I believe he had like his son with him or something. No, basically you don't know.
Okay.
Like you don't really know anybody in the town as is, so it's like Jensen, you're like Jensen means like nothing to you except for the fact that you told people that you would come.
Right.
Yes.
I was just deciding if sending would work on her, but if I'm not familiar with her,
No,
then
yeah,
it would
no,
not.
no.
Like I've never spoken to her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't like project it through Zoldak. Like Zoldak knows her. Come on.
Nope. Impossible. So, continue on the path.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, going back along the path, everybody recognizes it because obviously everybody took it to get over here. And where's my page for it? Oh, okay.
Hey, excuse me, Jordan.
You're excused.
Thank you. No. As far as my scenario goes, are we going to do that after we get to town, or did you think about it?
Yeah,
When did you
after.
wanna- After. Okay.
Yep.
Works for me.
So does that mean when we're done here, or are we just gonna transition?
No, it's you're gonna be able to go to Hamlet first.
Oh, okay. I was just asking.
Yeah.
I didn't know if there was gonna be a sudden change in DM rules and that, and a sudden troll appears.
No.
Because CJ's like, screw everybody! Just makes this otherworldly dragon come out of the sky.
It's worse than that. It's one of every type of dragon, each of them ancient dragons. Good luck,
Can you guys see their names?
I can see Oliver and Spugnar.
Okay, but
Not the other
The other
guys.
two disappeared. The other names disappeared.
yeah, I think it's because I originally made it that you wouldn't be able to see their names. What about Spignar?
Yeah, we can keep Spugnar.
Spugnar.
Nice. I guess you can see their health, which you shouldn't be able to see.
Not
Spugnar.
Taruko.
The only
We're
one we
good.
can see is Oliver.
Really? Oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Furnock's back.
Furnock's back.
Hey,
Ah, he's not dead. Praise Jesus. Oh God. I'm pretty sure his corpse did not travel with us unless we brought it
Perhaps.
along.
Furnock's missing corpse.
See you guys back at the graveyard.
hey, you come back and he's dead here too.
It's a bug. Don't worry about it. That bug you get where the corpse just follows you around.
The ragdoll mechanic made him stick to Zoldak's foot
Yeah.
the whole way back.
So yeah, basically everybody comes back and travels along the path. It is like late morning, and it takes the first time that you all traveled to the moat house, it was really overgrown and like the path was really horrible, so it slowed you down, and it took probably like 6 hours to get there, but now it only took about 4 to come back. And basically everybody notices that the smell of death and all that kind of stuff starts leaving, and the forest starts looking better and everything as you start getting closer to Hamlet. And May is just looking at everything, and Tarako and Cobord are just kind of like hanging back, and they're looking around in the woods and stuff, but they're just like kind of keeping to themselves. And Oliver is kind of like skip walking. He's doing everything in his power to seem annoying. And
Everything in his power.
Yeah, Spugnor and is just kind of like interested in Rain, and is kind of like describing more about who he is. He mentions that he is dead inside.
Wake him up.
I think we
Yeah,
already knew
and he
that.
needs to get woken up. Yeah, he says that his family used to be like in a bunch of clerics and everything, and he's just kind of just like interested in studying like the undead and just like undead forces and everything. And
I should have brought a corpse back to life.
he probably would have found it interesting.
And had it murder Oliver in his sleep.
So yeah, just talking about magical stuff, and everybody's bonding and they're all happy. But so where does everybody want to go?
I don't know. I don't remember what the hell is here. Oh, Gizmo wants to shop because he's got money.
First thing we do when we
Woo!
get back to town.
So
Let's
the
buy
store
stuff.
the store that you know is Building 13.
Wow. Okay, I really went too far.
I was gonna start by searching out Burn for myself then.
Okay.
13. Oh.
Spugnor is going to come with you, and then
Yeah.
Oliver will also come with you.
I'll do the search for Burn.
Taroko and Cobort are like, basically like, hey, we're gonna go spend this money at the inn, that we found.
The one gold.
Taroko, yeah. So then, they just go
I'll
leave
buy
and
a
head
drink.
back to the inn. Okay, so I'm gonna do Gizmo first.
Oh, you can do that. I'm in no rush.
I'm gonna do Gizmo first. So everybody split. Actually, no. Maybe I would do them first because they would like happen first, so they would have time to like. Because you gotta like walk
Well, the
over
one
there and
thing,
everything.
where do I have that at?
Because after this, I was gonna.
Thing is, like, I have a bunch of like group party loot that we might want to sell. So maybe we should just all do the, loot and stuff together.
Well, I mean, Gizmo's already heading off. He said he wants to go.
Gizmo
Buy
doesn't
some
care
shit.
about Burn.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to know what group loot we have,
Well, he's doing you guys first, so
okay.
by the
do
time
us first.
by the time I get to the shop, guaranteed you'll be done with him and already on your way. So
Okay, so yeah, as you come up, obviously construction is still going on around it. People are still working. It is in the afternoon now by this point. Now that you've made it to Hamlet, you see guards going up around the tower and everything, and yeah, so you walk up. It's the same like stone curved stairway that leads up, and then there's a gap between the stairway and the tower. So everybody kind of walks up it.
Okay, yeah, I'll walk into the tower.
Mm-hmm.
There's a gap between the stairs and the tower, and there's like a closed door, like a drawbridge, like a mini drawbridge thing.
Okay, I assume that was probably open before.
Yeah, it's closed right now.
Okay, so Rain just yells like Burn, are you there?
and I'm coming
Yeah,
out of
then,
the
like,
corpse.
Up higher, like in a window that kind of like is directly up above the thing. You see like a guard's head pop out, and then he's like, "Oh, hey, hey!" And then you see the illusion go away in the top part, and you see that it's him. And he's like, I'll be down. And then he, leaves.
Okay, so we wait.
100 years go by and he never comes. Yep. So then the drawbridge starts lowering. And then behind it is that metal door. Yeah, you're like, oh god.
Behind it is a well.
Right.
And there's crying.
No.
The crying
He's
is
like,
me as I run away.
Well.
The crying is me as I run away. And then Spider-Man appears and grabs Rain.
So there's that heavy metal door that was behind it, and it slides open and burns there. And he's just like, Rain, you're all back. Zoldak and Oliver, is it? And Spugnor, hey, and he comes up and puts a hand on your shoulder and everything, and he's just like, oh, you guys made it back.
Yep. A lot happens,
He
but
seems
the
too
bad
happy.
news, right? But the bad news is we did not find Jensen's wife.
Oh, what? Well, you made it to the moat house, right? Yeah, you said so in your message.
Oh yeah. So yeah, just to condense it, just catch him up on what I had told Spugnor up until this point. Like,
yeah, he tells you all to like come in. He's like, oh, let's go up to my room. So
We
Does he
also
say
lost Furnock.
yeah, that's true.
yeah, right. Oh yeah, where's Furnock? And you're like, yeah, where is Furnock?
His corpse keeps reappearing and then disappears.
So he takes you in, and inside here, I think you guys saw the inside of this place before.
Me and Rain
Yeah,
did.
we were in here once before. I forget the specifics, but
Yeah. What the heck? Yeah, hold on a second.
Do, 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 do.
I hope I don't get copyright for that.
no.
It's not that good.
What are you
Somebody's
talking
just like,
about?
Fuck you!
Our iteration was flawless.
So yeah, whenever you come in, you see there's a bunch of like arrow slits in here, and then there's a couple other guards in here, and there's stone rooms that seem to offshoot. So like the overall thing is a giant circle, but within it there are kind of circled off rooms everywhere. So like the central part is like smaller than what appears. The entire thing, I believe, is like 50 feet in diameter. And there's a stone stairwell like straight ahead across. There's a table there. And you all actually recognize Rufus is there. He was one of the ones that came to the meeting that was with Jack Flint, like the town meeting. But he was kind of like, after hearing about what was going on, he just kind of wanted to leave and like go back to the tower. So he's just like sitting there and just just focused on writing. So as you're telling Byrne, basically what's going on and about Furnock and everything, he's leading you upstairs, and you go up one floor basically, and immediately here there's stairs that are above, the stairs, so that they would go up even higher and then there's 2 doors right here, and he leads you over to the right one and opens it up, and it's a pretty spacious room, and he says, yes, this is my room, so just come down and sit wherever you want.
Zoldak does so.
No, not there.
It's a well.
Yeah, right.
Jump out the
Right.
arrow slit.
Yeah. So there is a opening here that is.
I
that
thought
is
you were going to
larger-
say there's a well.
No, there's an opening here that's larger than an arrow slit. It's basically just kind of like a
window.
window that doesn't have glass in it. And you also see that there's actually not much to this room. He has a workbench that has a whole bunch of just like gems and just like bottles of stuff and everything here. You basically can just tell that it's kind of like a little like alchemy area. He has all sorts of stuff, and he has bookshelves that are just full of jars of things, like dried things and all sorts of weird stuff. And he has
Or I thought his bookshelves were full of knowledge, but
yeah, Lamborghini. He has stuff hanging from the ceiling that's drying. He obviously has a lot of he deals a lot with potions or something, and he has some clothes spread about, and he just has his bed, and so there's 2 chairs in here and a bed for everybody to sit down on. So yeah, he just kind of says, so what do you have to say about the moat house? You said that you were below it in the basement area.
Yeah. So initially we found a bunch of animals that were much larger than they should be, and then
giant spiders.
giant spiders,
frogs,
ticks,
snake.
frogs, lizards.
You see Spugnor pulls out, he has his book out, and he's writing all of this down.
Yeah. And then-
Oliver is kind of just staring out the window. He has his feet dangling there. He's trying to look out it.
So then we found some bandits eventually that ended up, they're the ones that killed Zoldak, and then in the basement there were some zombies and a giant zombie, and then Gizmo found a secret passage to below the basement that had more zombies, and then these giant worms and these gnolls, and they said something about a master that they had, but I couldn't get any more information out of them.
Wait, a master for the gnolls?
Yeah, there were some bugbears too, but yeah, the head gnoll said something about a master that he was serving.
Oh, that's... Wait, all of these things were under the moat house.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
and they,
this is where Spugnor, he's writing there, but as you say that, and he's like, yes, Burn and Rain, I think it would interest you. The reason why I came to Hamlet is because I'm very interested in the undead and everything, and my main purpose is mainly to just learn more spells and acquire whatever knowledge about magic I can. But I did hear rumors that there is some evil warlock in this area, and whenever I came here to Hamlet, I heard everything else that was going on with the bandits and everything else that was coming, and basically after I saw Rain and Gizmo at the time, and I guess Zoldak here, saying about going to the moat house, that really piqued my interest, and I figured that maybe this person would be holed out there if they're not in Hamlet already.
In Hamlet.
I'll be right back. Let's proceed without me.
yeah. Well, we didn't know what we were gonna find, but we didn't find any warlock of any kind.
Yeah, Burn is just kind of like,
Or what's his name, wife?
he's
Yeah,
sitting.
like-
Yeah, Jensen's wife. Yeah, Burn is just sitting there, and after Spugnor says this, and he's just like, I haven't sensed anything, and I haven't. This is the first that I've heard of this. To So most people in Hamlet, the moat house is just an abandoned place that's far off. You know, it was used in the war that happened here about 6 years ago, and that's the first that I've heard of that. Like, you can tell just with like passive insight that he is surprised to hear
Wouldn't there
about
still
that.
been soldiers at the moat house, even if it hasn't been used for 6 years? Or did they straight up just leave it?
Well,
pretty
it's
dilapidated.
it's like abandoned, so it's,
Oh, okay.
someone would have to fix it, and it clearly nobody's working on fixing it.
Yeah. Well, I just
Like-
didn't know if there was a clear indication that the army just like straight up was just like, fuck this place.
Yeah, it's just kind of like ruins, basically. Just kind of left there and doesn't really have a purpose anymore. Well,
Or moat house.
So
that you know of.
the only
That
other
we
thing
know of.
the only other thing to talk about was there was two hostages in cages, two prisoners. They had been there for quite some time. There's a woman who was not Jensen's wife, but she was relatively feral, as was a small child-looking creature, and she summoned a monodrone and shot fire out of her hands and then disappeared because she refused to go into the basement, and we had to continue on. When we came back, she was gone.
Interesting. And you say that this was a child?
Well, it looked like a child, but I don't know any children that can shoot fire out of their hands and summon robots. Do you?
Oh yeah, the robot.
I mean, I've encountered some strange things, but no, that's also news to me.
I could always try to contact.
Was she hostile?
Not to us. Gizmo may have overreacted a bit and tried to knock her unconscious, so she would, to come with us because she wasn't complying. And when it didn't work, she shot fire at him. Other than that, she was
what's
completely
going on?
non-hostile. Talking about the little girl.
Okay, just recounting what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, when she when she was not knocked unconscious, she shot Gizmo with fire and summoned a monodrone.
I think
Oh,
the
this
monodrone
is-
just appeared, didn't it?
And
Not
and
quite.
you're sure that she made the fire?
Well,
No.
it certainly came out of her hands, but from my perspective, yes, but I can't say with absolution.
Hmm. And you said a monodrone came out? What is that?
It's like a little,
A space alien.
it's like a robot thing from the light plane, whatever. I don't remember personally. I don't know
The
if Rain,
mechanic-
Like some sort of
plane.
mechanical
yeah,
plane
if Rain remembers what it was called. I
of the
personally don't.
law or something.
And I guess I could always try to contact the monodrone to see where they are, I suppose, because the little girl was nonverbal.
It's kind of odd. Although you said how was the monodrone summoned?
It just kind of appeared after the fire was shot out of her hands, and I had to casted comprehend languages to speak with it, and it didn't know how it got here either. It seemed just as surprised as we
I
were.
think I might know the source of at least the random summoning.
What's
I have some experience with a sort of magic that's just, some call it chaos magic, others call it surges of wild magic, everything, and I actually have some experience myself with that.
Of course he does.
I believe the night that the night that Jensen's house got attacked, I was going to explain to you a little bit more about myself, but got interrupted by that. And yeah, so I've told you that I'm actually a warlock, and well, I was actually I was born with this like strange this same wild magic that I think that this girl was born with, and basically I could make things levitate, with my mind and everything. And just as I was growing up, I was discovering more things that I could do, and it was just all very strange to me. But then I started to learn, how to do everything. And so at this
Burn's
point,
fault.
Burn, as Burn is describing that, like Oliver has just been looking at everything that's going on, but suddenly this entire room is filled with darkness. So like nobody can see. It's not even like dark vision can see. It's magically dark.
Right.
Great.
And
Burn, did you do this?
Burn is just like talking like that, and he's just like, whoa, is that one of you? And then suddenly he gets cut off after saying you, and he's just like, you, like he's being attacked.
Oh god.
That's why you go for stuff first and not people.
And you all hear someone in the room that with a voice that like nobody has heard yet or whatever says something in a language that nobody knows. Just basically, says something, but it's like pretty short. Like it's not like it's really long.
Are we sure
Says
it's
something.
something nobody knows?
I am positive.
Oh, okay. If you're positive.
It's Dwarvish, isn't it?
It's common.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not there, so even if it is Dwarvish, none of you'd know it.
I speak Dwarvish, though.
Okay, yeah. Rain like jumps to her feet and like.
Yeah, so like I'm not gonna have us roll initiative, but this is like slow time mode.
Right. Is there anything else that we can hear or smell even? Like, is there any like smells? Does it smell like the death again, or?
No, it doesn't smell like anything. All you see is that it goes like completely black and Burn is cut off, and he's just like, what is, like, it was that one of you? Like something just happened. You hear like him fall. He was kind of standing near one of his workbenches, and you hear him like, like a body hits and like knocks over some things. But aside from that, you don't hear anything.
Okay. What the fuck? Spugnor, can you get rid of this darkness at all?
Spugnor.
Spugnor.
He's like a Pokemon.
That's what
Spugnor,
it,
Spug.
that's what it
I don't
sounds
know why, but
like.
it sounds like some sort of weird SpongeBob name, like, or something SpongeBob would say. Spugnor.
Okay, then.
Yeah, basically Spugnor is like, no, I can't, I can't see, like, I can't do anything against this.
Zoldak is going to try to, like, leap forward in the direction where Burn was in hopes of
Grabbing him.
maybe tackling whatever was attacking him.
Okay, make a
Wouldn't it be some sort of athletic?
sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Wee. Force is not with you, my son.
Yeah, you had your hands in your pants for some reason. You're like, ugh. So yeah, you go to basically quickly tackle around him, and you like kind of, that you kind of step on something, and you go and hit what was probably his workbench, and you like, knock some stuff over. You hear glass breaking.
Okay.
And then suddenly you hear Bart saying, "That's my stuff!"
No. He's like, fucking kids.
All right, guys. I cast hunger. No.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, this map isn't to scale. Each square is 20 feet. But,
Okay, so it's the whole tower.
yeah.
Even if you put hunger, none of you will be able to see anyway, on top of the already darkness you're in.
and we'd get attacked as well.
It'd be super dark.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's dark and there's slurping
Whenever it's
noises, and I
attacking
need
Burn,
It's
we
an
can't
dark.
kill him if we kill him first.
It's dark and there's slurping noises.
and I need an adult.
I need an adult. I am an adult.
Darkness, huh?
Okay, never do
Oh.
that again.
Well, that's what the spell does.
Good. Okay.
Except it doesn't actually say what it's doing.
It doesn't my D&D.
Can I would like to. I mean, I don't know. If I use dispel magic, is that like is darkness a spell? Would I be able to dispel it?
You could try.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to. I'll try to use dispel magic.
Okay.
Jeez, that's 120-foot range. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, let me look at something.
I drag and dropped it from the compendium, so
Any creature, object, or magical effect.
Yeah. So whenever you do that, choose that, and basically you're going to be targeting the darkness. Jesus Christ. I finally got to say it.
The only time you could ever say that sentence.
Yeah.
Attack the darkness.
Yeah.
Attack
Dispel
the
it.
nothing!
So yeah, whenever you do that, you instantly dispel the darkness, and everybody can see in here, and there's sunlight and everything. And basically, Burn is just, face down on the ground, and he's bleeding out. You can tell that, but the only thing that's different is that Oliver is no longer there.
Oh my god!
Son of a damn it.
All right, I want to spare the dying on Burn.
Okay. So whenever you go up to spare the dying, make a medicine check.
Oh, that was advantage. Sorry, I just realized that as I clicked
Yeah,
it.
you get the first one. So yeah, you go up and you do spare the dying, and as you've most recently encountered with Furnock, you think that you can't spare him. You think that he's just flat out dead.
We lost another one! Woohoo! We're doing so great at this.
Get over here and resurrect him.
I don't have resurrect.
What?
Can I do an insight check to see if I
Wait, turn him into a zombie. Wait, what?
Gizmo,
Look,
turn
he's
him into-
kind of normal, right?
He's all right. He's all right. Look at him.
Yeah, except I can only make zombies out of, like, corpses.
He's bleeding out. Just
He's a cadaver. It's
So
alright.
Spugnor comes over to him and lays down. You said you're like he's dead. You're like I can't believe it. You're like he's dead. Like whatever Rain would say. And Spugnor, drops all of his stuff and he comes over and he opens up his book and flips to a page and then has his hand over him and he's saying this chant. And it's just over the course of an action, but it's he casts Gentle Repose. Let me see if I can put it in.
Let's say, which is what? I gently repose him. Come back to life.
if a person dies
Wait.
within 1 minute, if you use Gentle Repose, it saves them. It's like it's like the upgraded version of Spare the Dying. Unless it's Spare the Dying for when they actually die.
Actually, I think.
Well, yeah, this is what the spell description says.
That's a hey, Gentle Repose got a buff from 3rd edition.
Yeah, I do have Gentle Repose is a level 2 spell for
A few more days.
cleric.
So, one thing also is that Spugnor,
All I know is
after he's done doing that,
all I know is when I would level up, I want yeah, I want a better one good level 3 spell I didn't take right away.
I want to roll an insight check Zoldak is suspicious that Oliver is not here.
And Oliver is the
And-
darkness, and suddenly the master.
Yeah, because Oliver showed up when we were at the place. I mean, you know, we were told he was sent on his way, but the fact that he just has a tendency to disappear when people die.
You know what nobody asked?
Yeah,
Is if Oliver knew what a null was.
So Spugnor, after he does that, and he says, "Do any of you know what a Zugidmoy is, or Zugidmoy? I think that's how it would be pronounced."
Do I?
You could roll
I'm not there, so I can't roll anything.
history or religion. So yeah, neither of you know like that.
Jesus,
that word has
guys.
no significance to you. And he says, whatever that voice was, they said this is for Zugitmoy or something, and then they said that in Undercommon. I'm studied in a whole bunch of languages, and I've never heard it spoken so fluently like that.
Oh, so leave it to the creepy guy to know what the language was. Where the hell did the other two go? If I might ask.
They went to the inn.
Oh, okay.
The inn of the welcome wench.
The wench isn't very welcoming because its town tried to murder it.
Fucking just every time we think we're out of this fucking scenario.
Zoldak is looking around for any sign of what might have happened to Oliver.
Oh, Gertrude, it's the
He's suspicious of that.
boathouse! We're gonna have to go back. God fucking damn it.
No, there's a well in there. I'm never going back.
Quit crying! Yeah, but now we have to
That's where we didn't explore. We actually have to go down into the well.
either the
Great.
well, or we have to go back out that other side and keep going that way for a couple days.
Rain wishes you luck and stays at the welcome wench.
Rain's not allowed to leave the scenario.
Rain is not going near a well ever. It's my flaw.
Your flaw is being too
You're
curious.
like, over my dead body, and we all knock you out and drag you downstairs, and we're like, hey, we made it past the well. Yeah, right. And then you start crying and your hair gets longer. I'm like, wait.
What?
It's the curse of the well.
So yeah, you can roll a investigation, I guess that would be Zoldak.
Whoa.
Okay. Yeah, he's right behind you.
Oh.
So, you're investigating this room for clues as to what might have happened, and so none of you heard the door close. Like, whenever you all came up here, Byrne closed the door behind all of you, and the door is still closed right now, and none of you heard the door close. So, like, he's either here or he went out the window, basically. And you're looking around, and you don't really notice anything. You don't really know Byrne's room to see anything, but you can tell that he was clearly stabbed 2 times in the back. There's like 2 separate entry and exit, and so either he's in this room somehow or he went out the window.
Was the window open?
Yep.
It's like
It's basically just kind of like a porthole or whatever.
okay. And
Um,
it's big enough for Oliver to get out. I go over to the window and start peering out it. See if I can.
Yeah, so as you're looking out, you're looking out this direction, like it faces, his window is the one that is overlooking the doorway. And basically, you aside from seeing trees and people working on things over here, just normal stuff, you do not see any sign of him.
Not even footprints, or walking on a muddy path.
No.
Granted, Gizmo's not there, but I thought I'd ask the question.
Would I? This is kind of, I don't know the limits of this, but because I'm Sage, I have the researcher trait or whatever. So that's like if
If you don't know something, you would know where to find it. I think is
Yeah.
basically what that is.
using that, do I think that there's anything inside of like Burns bookshelves or anything that would help me figure out what the Z something thingy is, like, or who it could be? Like, do I think that Burn would have any information on that, basically, that I might be able to try to look for?
Yeah. Let me look at what is your background? Acolyte?
Sage.
Oh.
Sage.
Oh, but Acolyte.
Researcher.
Just considering that this town probably, I don't know if it has a library or not, but the most magical knowledge would probably either be found in Jeru's hut or this tower.
You think that the name leads to possibly like a person or something, and you think that immediately here there was small mention of that there was like a library of books that was held at the Church of St. Cuthbert here, and you think that that would be your best chance locally.
Okay. I would like to
Aside
just-
from that, you would have to go to like a city to a main library, but that name is like so abstract that you're like, I think this is a person, and probably with like religious significance based on the wording that Spugnor said. So
Okay.
I want to go to the church. You know, like that's
Yeah.
I guess
Okay,
what you
yeah,
would think.
I'll explain that to Zoldak and Spugnor. That I think that the church may have information on this. I'll meet up with you guys soon.
Yeah, Spugnor says, "Oh yeah, every church should have, you know, every sizable church should have, you know, somewhat of a library. I'm not sure if they would have something on this Zugitmoy, whatever that word is, but
If,
that's actually how I learned in my youth. Was
okay. On if I
It's a
can,
lab, a library.
if I can ritual.
Lumber.
I don't know if I'm allowed to like ritual while I walk if I'm concentrated, but I would just want to start by casting, or just when I get to the library, do comprehend languages before I start.
Okay.
I don't know which building the library is to zoom myself.
You know
Up
that the
in
church
the
is across
top.
from Zoldak's house with the
Okay.
dogs.
Number 20.
Yeah.
That's where Gizmo wandered to in the beginning of I think this whole adventure, and I've met the people.
Oh yeah,
So-
the holy water people or whatever.
So
Cuthbert.
Spugnor, you know, he's coming down with you guys, and basically he goes and tells Rufus that, you know, something's happened to Burn, and you know, you all need to like investigate this. There's this Oliver person, you know, just disappeared, and he's clearly the culprit behind it. And after, you know, Rufus hears that, he just completely goes up and he's just like, "You all have to get out of here!" Like he yells at you. He's like, "Everybody, get out of here!" And you know, he's just starting to yell orders at everybody else, and he runs up the stairs, and you see him go. So guards just kind of like lead, you know, Zoldak, Spugnor, and Rain out, and I mean, they keep the metal door open and the drawbridge down, but the two guards are like, "Yeah, you both have, or all three of you have to get out of here." So
Okay, as we're leaving, I'll tell
everybody
them like
gets out of there.
I'll tell the guards like I'll report back to Rufus with any information that I get.
And they're like, yeah, whatever, just go.
Mm.
So Spugnor says, I'm going to go tell Osler what just happened at the inn, and I'm gonna go secure my room, secure the things in my room.
Zoldak, if you don't have anywhere to go, you might want to go tell Jeru immediately so that we have everybody covered, or tell.
Oh shit! I
Jack
forgot about
Flynn.
May. God, I completely forgot. He would have went directly to Jeru. Is what I should have.
Okay, so
But
yes,
I still would have to go
He
tell them.
appeared.
I would tell either May and Jeru or Flint first, one or the other. Flint would probably be the closer one. He's like on the way, but because
Who
he's
was
the
Flint
mayor.
again? The mayor.
He's the mayor.
Jack
Jack
Flint is the mayor in Building 27.
That's just
Okay.
me.
Jordan
I would
has
tell
I'm
one
gonna
of
go.
those.
Jordan has
Talon
these numbers
first,
just
and then
flat out
go Talon
remembered.
Jay.
Building 27.
Yeah, he's a 27.
I'm gonna grab a drink real quick. If you wanted to handle somebody else before the library, then that'd be
Yep,
perfect.
I'm gonna go over to Gizmo now.
Perfect.
Gizmo.
Yes.
So you approach this building, and it's on fire.
I would hope not.
Not yet. So, outside this area, you see there's a barn that's here, and you see the guy that you saw there. It's like a younger guy who's tending the horses and stuff, and he's just kind of just messing around with hay and the horses and stuff. In this main building, outside the door, there's a hanging shield and a lantern. It's hanging by chains, and on the shield you see there's a painting of a sword and cheese, and you know that inside here is Reynos and Grimag.
Trying to remember because we stopped in this place earlier, and I'm pretty sure he tried to sell you guys crap, but I don't remember. Gizmo goes inside.
Yeah, so you remember that Reynos was the fat one that was like eating the cheese by the plate
Yep.
or whatever. He was like, oh yeah, whatever. And then Grimag is kind of the
Shady, I just want your goddamn money and sell you nothing.
he's just like kind of taller and like real frail, skinny. So yeah, you walk in there and Grimag is there. He's like, hello. Oh, it's the dwarf.
The hell does that mean?
Well, the last time you were in here, you said that my holy water wasn't any good. And you didn't even want to buy anything.
I just
You
can't.
bought.
No, I didn't buy anything. I walked out because his holy water was a farce.
And he ate the cheese.
The Reynos guys eat the cheese.
I
Oh,
asked him if he has any sort of medium armor.
He says, I have medium armor, but it looks like you need small armor.
Can I do an intimidation?
Yep. It's D&D, you can do whatever you
Woohoo!
want. Jesus Christ.
Jesus, he shit his pants.
Yeah. So Gizmo, you shit your pants and you scare him. You're like, does that sound small to you? And he goes, no, okay, yeah. So you don't actually do that, but you just say something in Dwarvish, but you just like growl it, and you like hit your shield or whatever, and you're just like, I said I want some damn medium armor or whatever you would say the equivalent of. You're like, I said I want some damn armor. And then he goes, okay, yeah. Yeah, right over here. And he leads you over to a table that has... You see on here he has padded armor, leather, studded leather. He has
Pleather armor.
ring mail, scale mail, chain mail, and banded mail. He doesn't have any like plate mail.
I don't know what's an upgrade from scale
Let me
mail.
look at. Yeah, let me look here. What do you have? Scale.
Scale.
Breastplate, the only advantage there is that it does not give disadvantage to stealth. Otherwise, it's exactly the same.
I probably should get a new. Actually, I have a newer shield. I remember we found that one shield. It gave me what, an extra like AC or something.
Splint mail sets your AC to 17.
Well, the only thing you know about that shield is that it was like really new. and
Yeah,
just
that's what I'm saying. It's
looked
newer
better
than the one
and
I
everything.
had.
Yeah.
But I probably should inquire about like a metal shield.
Did I identify that to see if it did anything?
It was
Did
just
not.
new.
Okay. I can. If you want me to
It was
check it, I
new.
can always do that too. Well, it could
I
be
have some
magical.
things
It
you
was
could
newer.
check
It's not
out,
magic. If it was magical, it would have saved us already.
Maybe.
So yeah, that's what you see here.
So what do you have, Gizmo?
I have scale mail.
Scale. Okay, so yeah, you.
And
would
what's your
need-
dex?
0.
0. Okay. So half plate would be better, but he doesn't have any half plate.
Yeah, he does have
Chain-
he does have chainmail though. which is
Chain and
heavy.
splint would be better. I don't know if he has splint mail.
He does not.
Okay. Chain is the best. AC 16. 75 gold.
I don't even
And you
ha-
need a minimum strength score of 13 to wear it.
75 gold in the book.
In the book, yes.
I would hope after that intimidation he could try to get a cheaper price.
I only have 15 gold on me, so
As a group, we
yeah, but
have.
you need armor too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as a group, we have 156 gold, but I'm sure we have a lot of loot and stuff we could sell. I have scale mail, a gold ring, some weapons.
Should we do this as a group before we do everything else?
That's what I'm thinking.
Gizmo inquires about a shield now. Now that I have the shopkeeper scared shitless.
He says, we have just your normal wooden shields. Yours looks fine though. I don't have anything of dwarven quality. Not yet.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
I mean, he's just like staring at your shield. Sexually.
Shopkeeper, I found this off a dead man.
Oh.
So, okay,
Oh, only if I was so lucky.
I guess I'll swing by.
Gizmo under his breath starts enchanting, making electricity flow around his shield to scare the shopkeeper. Can I inquire about a warhammer? I don't know. I'm just going down my item list.
I have hammers and things for carpentry, but nothing
Oh,
nothing
Jesus.
for battle.
Gizmo is annoyed and walks outside and waits for the other two.
Every time you're gonna come in here, you're just gonna storm out.
Storm, you say?
I'll show you a storm. You already
I'll
showed
be
me a
right
storm in
back
your
and I'll
pants.
buy your damn items.
So yeah, you step outside and does everybody else head to where is everybody else going after the tower? Because if you're heading to the trading post, you're gonna show up like right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say I hit the trading post at the same time as probably Gizmo's coming out, so I'm gonna check in with him. Obviously, he tells me about the shopkeeper, and we'll do our transaction on the way to the thing. It's like Burns dead, whatever. And Oliver's
Okay.
too suspicious at this point. Which is the bank? Because I'd like to swing by there.
You know that it is building 15.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
Or actually, I should. Well, yeah, no, you know, Osler told you.
Yeah,
I'm telling
okay.
the mayor, but I'm not sticking around long. I let him know what he needs to
So
know.
you come to 27, and you know that he anytime he's out or whatever, and like you know that he has a family and stuff, but he commonly locks the gate that he has right here, and it's currently locked right now. So you don't see him or you don't see anything. So
Okay.
if anything, you and Rain walking by, you would have noticed that it's like locked, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
he's not in right now, like he's somewhere else.
Okay.
So you
then
could
I
be
just
with them.
could-
Yeah.
Yeah. I just continue on then.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
guys, I'll
Spug.
be right
This
back.
is where Spugnor breaks off and goes to the inn as well.
I tell them I will be right back, and I go to the bank.
Okay. Is anybody going with him?
I guess I will.
Yeah, Zoldak. The only thing that you know, well, not the only thing, but The person who runs the money changers, as it's called, is Nira Melub, and she is somebody that you actually know well.
Yeah, is that? Yeah, that's on my backstory.
Yeah.
Money changer business.
So outside of this building, it's like a sturdy new building, and it has a sign. And on the sign, you see 3 yellow balls, and the door is open, but outside there's a guard that's standing there, and he has like 2 dogs that are nearby on both sides of the door. And he's just kind of staring, at you guys, and he says, "Oh, Zoldak, you're back."
Wait, who said this?
There's a guard outside of building 15,
Okay.
and you've talked to him many times.
Yes, I'm back. It was quite a trip.
Oh yeah, your dogs. You just kind of, your dogs were barking and stuff, so I went over and took care of them.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Anytime. And what
No.
is this? And he's looking at you, Rain.
This is
Yeah,
One of
both
my
of the
new
dogs
friends.
are staring at you, Rain, and just like growling.
Right, yeah, Rain just like rolls her eyes and looks at Zoldak.
yeah.
It's been a long day.
This is one of my. She may,
Say it again.
Yeah.
It cut out.
I said this is one of my new friends. She went with me to the moat house to investigate it for trouble.
All right, whatever you say. Yeah, Nira's inside.
Thanks.
Yeah, so you go inside, and it's it's like a decently sized room, and there's a kind of like a bar that's there, and you see Nira. She's a high elf.
She's tall as shit then.
So yeah, Rain, this is like the first unless you've seen high elves in the city that you were from originally, this is the first high elf that you've seen here, like in Hamlet, or like really at all. And you can just obviously tell that she's different. She has like slightly yellowish skin and is just like tall, and her hair is like really whatever, I guess they would say fair or whatever, like the blondish.
I'd say if Rain would just, her first reaction is like, finally, somebody who's not human in this town.
Yeah, and she goes and says, "Oh, Zoldak, you're back, and who's your friend?"
Oh, this is Rain. And Rain, this is Nira. One of both of you are my good friends.
She steps outside of whatever, I don't know what you would, the counter, I guess, yeah, and like comes over and she says, "Oh, hi, my name's Nira," and comes over to shake your hand, Rain.
So, yeah, Rain shakes her hand. Hello, I'm Rain.
Hi. So Zoldak, I heard you went out to the moat house.
Yes, it was a lot more going on at the moat house than we thought. Lots of foul things running up it, but
Isn't it abandoned though?
Well, that's what we thought. Turns out there were, bandits were the least of our troubles there. Well, it seems like there's some sort of, some sort of warlock possibly, or
that's
that they call the master, who's, I don't know, it seemed like he had some sort of experiments going on there.
Oh, that's unsettling. Do you think we're safe here at Hamlet?
I don't know. I explain about the what happened to Burn.
Oh,
we
she
get
says,
back.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, I'm concerned.
Oh, Jack was talking about some kind of reward for bandits and stuff, and people were talking about that, but that's just crazy.
Yeah, like I said, I think bandits are going to be the least of our problems, and it's definitely not over yet. But
oh man, I might have to hire more guards then.
Do what you need to do to be safe.
Well, is there anything I can help you with? Or are you just stopping by?
I was just stopping by. Rain, was there anything you needed?
Yes, one of our you probably remember him from a few days ago, Furnock, the shifty-eyed human. He was a friend of ours. He didn't make it, so
He made a deposit. Believe it was 2 days ago, maybe 3 days.
yeah, I hand her the note, and just like, yeah, he didn't make it, so we're in his honor. We're going to use that money to fight this evil.
Yeah, she kind of looks at it and goes behind the counter, and she says, Zoldak, could you come over here? And she like goes. There's to the right of the counter in the back. There's a door, and she opens it up and kind of walks back there, and like just tells you to come over there.
Okay, I do.
Yeah. So and then she closes the door and she says, "So this person that you're with, do you trust her?"
Absolutely.
All right, because this is the note that I made for him, and was just making sure that there's not
Right.
something weird going on here.
Unfortunately, it was on his body when
Okay.
I wish we
Then-
didn't. I would have
yeah,
rather
she-
it been forged.
She opens up the door and says, "Okay, yeah, this is my note. I made this. I'll get your money." And then she
You can- I would tell her, like, you can give that to Zoldak. He handles that for us.
okay. And then she says, one moment, and she goes back into that back room again and closes the door. So then about like 3 or 4 minutes goes by. You guys are just kind of waiting there, doing whatever, and yeah, she comes out and she has basically, yeah, just like a bag, and she comes over and she says, I assume that this will be fine.
Yes, that'll do.
Okay, well that's everything, and she still has the note, and just takes it over to she has like a fire going on in the corner, and she just takes the note over there and burns it. So is there anything else that you two would want?
Nope.
For now, no.
Interesting. I'm probably gonna have to close up for the day and see if there's any guards or anything that I could hire at the inn. People that are coming through the town.
I would just be careful, because whatever evil this is, I don't think it's interested in money. So just take care of yourself first.
It's
Yes.
true. I guess I'm not very good about these kinds of things. So she
Yeah.
kind of just is like goes back into the back room and just closes it. So you two are just kind of like standing here now.
All right. Should we go to the shop and meet Gizmo?
Yeah, how much was the note for?
I think it was on the order of like 170
Okay.
gold. Yeah, so you head over to this trading post, and Gizmo, what were you doing after you went there and talked to him, and you like walked out, and I don't know if you're gonna be like looking around or thunder waving the air or doing anything.
I'm very calmly praying to my Lord and Savior, Zeus,
Yeah.
before I set the building on fire.
Yeah, please give me the strength to not kill this motherfucker.
And I'm
This
like complaining that he sells
strength.
hammers and not war hammers and doesn't sell better shields and
Please, Morden, give me the strength to not kill this person.
He sells cheese, but his partner eats all the cheese.
Yeah,
the
he's like,
strength.
why are we always running out of cheese?
Why do we never have any cheese when people come looking for it? Ooh. The guy's got like his mouth full of cheese.
I don't know. So yeah, so Gizmo's out here and he's chanting rather angrily
Hey,
about
Gizmo.
Zeus. and striking lightning down on tall, skinny people.
All right, Gizmo, we got the gold. Let's go on a shopping spree.
One of you better go before me, before I murder him.
Sounds good.
Really, really, really aggressively.
I'll go in.
All right.
Okay. Yep. So you go in, it's the same, tables everywhere, and you recognize Greemag. He's the thin, tall one, and he's just like, oh, the tiefling. I forget what your name is, but the better half of the dwarf.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
And then, as he says that, Gizmo wanders through the door again.
Oh, yes.
Oh, look, I couldn't see you down there. Gizmo, isn't it?
I'm so ready just to set him on fire. Gizmo wanders to the armor and ignores him.
So, what can I help normal people with?
I want to. I'm gonna awaken mind him, and tell him. I want to remind him gently that dwarves are not known for their patience, so he should help Gizmo, and be very careful about what he says.
And he just kind of like is, he's startled whenever you start doing that, and he's looking around, and he he's just kind of like, huh, oh, funny, I thought I heard the wind. Anyway, I might have been too abrasive. What do you what like do you see anything that you guys want?
First order of business, I would say, is we have some supplies to sell if you're willing to take any.
Selling adventuring gear to a guy that sells stuff to adventurers, huh?
Yeah.
Funny how nature do that.
I wouldn't
Depends
call
on what
myself-
it is. I'm
Yeah.
only, he extends his hand and looks at his nails, and he's like, I'm only interested in the finest things.
How about keeping your head?
Finest things.
roll intimidation.
I really hope I get another 20.
Please.
Oh.
Okay, so you say that, and suddenly through a back door, you see Reynos come out, and he says, "Did someone say something about bread?"
And he plows into Greemag.
Yeah, he opens up a door and like knocks over some stuff, and Greemag is just like, he closes his eyes and has his hands down at his side, and he's like, "Reynos, could you be any fatter?" He says, I'm losing weight slowly.
He's got probably a bale of cheese and a wheel of cheese in his
Stop
arm.
eating cheese.
Yeah, everybody sees that he has a plate. It's empty.
It's empty.
Well, now it's empty.
What he didn't tell you is that while in fact he is losing weight, he's also putting on more. Different weight.
He's losing weight, but the rate at which he's gaining weight.
Gates it.
So yeah, you see tables with a bunch of just like
It's so dumb because we've been in
footwear,
here already.
gloves, belts, clothing and packs, lighting equipment, food and herbs, pole arms, shields, a few weapons, armors, helmets. See like arrows, bolts,
I want that
crossbows.
helmet to protect against critical hits. What a great second edition.
He says, "Oh, I have the thing just for you," and he comes over and brings over like chainmail underwear. He says, "This protects you from critical shits."
How does that protect anybody? Oh, what the hell?
It protects your pants from critical shits.
Can
I'm sure it does.
Do I need proficiency in that, or can I wear that?
You
I-
feel like you don't need to be proficient to wear it.
I don't know if you'd want to wear it.
My question is, have they ever protected someone from critical shits before? And if they have, I don't want it.
Well, I'll have you know that the last 3 people that have died wearing it have not died from shitting themselves.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No?
No thanks.
Oh, alright.
I would rather just die and shit myself.
Yeah, right. I'd rather die
It
without
looks
wearing
kind of
one.
uncomfortable.
Oh, I don't want chainmail underwear. He sets it back down.
Nobody wants your chainmail underwear. That's just weird.
So is there anything that you all are looking for in particular?
Well, considering there's no plate mail, next
you
best thing I
wearing?
could get is splint, but that's 200 gold.
You
Right.
could try the blacksmith in town.
Oh, yeah.
That's right, there is a blacksmith.
Well, maybe the blacksmith would have more interest in some of our weaponry that we have to sell.
We ignore this idiot and go to the blacksmith. Gizmo leaves.
What about
Gizmo leaves. I don't know where the blacksmith is, but Gizmo leaves.
we do have some loot that
It's
might
building
be
10.
Woohoo.
huh? We have some loot that might be beneficial to sell here that they could take.
Go ahead, but Gizmo loses interest to his stupidity.
Yeah. If either of you want to keep any of this stuff, just let me know. But I have a gold ring.
Does it
There's
do
a
anything?
silver ring with a ruby gem in it.
Do they do anything?
No, I don't. Not that I don't.
Nobody
think so.
cares.
Yeah, are you like laying this all down on a table?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
also
he, like,
have a
he,
golden chain.
Yeah, he's like, oh wow, jewelry.
Yeah. The rest of the stuff I have is weaponry and armor.
So could you type out in the chat what you're like laying down in front of him?
Yeah.
And Rain, do you see anything that you would be interested in?
No. Rain's not interested in.
Well, it's probably about the only person you could probably get anything from. Being you're a magic user.
Yeah,
When you say gem, what do you mean?
Oh, silver.
wait,
ring with
with ruby gem, okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
it's on the next
Yeah.
one.
Oh, I guess while he's laying that out, I could ask, do they have anything magical in nature? I suppose.
He
Gotta read the ties.
We were really about to spend a whole day or scenario just in the damn town again, just to leave.
Oh,
First scenario. in
Brandon,
town
I
in
do have
quite a
some
while.
magic items that'll probably
Oh,
need
most of the
identified.
scenarios were here.
he says, well, I'm not quite sure what you mean by magical, but I do have some blessed holy water over there.
Just a big sigh and shaking my head no.
Oh, so then yeah, he's looking over the
I only
jewelry
like
and
cursed holy water.
I'm looking for something along the lines of rituals, magic.
no, I don't think anybody in this town would have something like that.
I don't expect you to know what other people in this town have.
Oh, don't worry, I've looked through all their stuff.
The only thing that
Oh,
guy,
yeah.
the only thing that guy has is the dank swamp ass.
Excuse me, Rain. Do you want?
No,
or
I'm
I have
wearing
this,
my underwear.
I have this blue quartz. I forget what that was. It was in a small bag.
It came from. Yeah, 1 second. I can tell you where you got that
It
from.
was a pretty. I think it was a more recent thing we got.
It was the head knoll had it.
Okay. We want to sell that too.
Yeah, unless it's like has some kind of magical property, I don't think Rain is particularly interested, except for like the black pearl that she got. She just really likes that.
Yeah, I mean,
Like I
you
said,
don't
I
really
have
notice
I
anything.
have 2 bottles. One has red liquid and the other has orange. And then I have a small black bag, and I didn't actually look at what was in this.
Small baby fetus.
But we didn't identify what those were.
Gigantic baby fetus.
While
Even
while
worse.
he's while
Do you
he's
want to
laying,
identify what those are while I'm
Kardashian-sized baby
Some-
fetus.
yeah, while Zoldak's pulling the rest of the things out, I'll identify the vials.
Okay, you can do them one at a time.
Okay, so that should take 2 minutes total.
Yeah.
I don't care which I start with.
Is it 1 minute or 10 minutes?
Jesus,
I'm
10
pretty
minutes?
Pretty sure it's 1.
Let's identify.
Could be wrong though. Let me see.
Wait a second. 10 minutes longer to cast. Page 202.
Okay.
So yeah, you lay that down, and he says, "Oh yeah, these are really nice." And he takes up the silver ring and is looking at that, and picks up the chain and is looking at
So put
that.
the blue quartz out there too.
Okay. Yeah, he's looking at all this stuff, and he says, "Oh, I'll give you 200 gold for all of this."
Hmm. 200. Can I do an insight check to see if I think it's worth more?
You can do a intelligence check.
God
think
damn it.
that
See, I
would-
shouldn't have wandered away.
Be the closest thing to appraising. You think that you should ask for higher.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
At least 300.
Yeah. Kind of what I was thinking. Yes. See, I mean, we got a silver ring with a rupee in it. Not to mention this blue quartz here. I'm thinking 350.
Hey, I gotta be a basic.
350. Okay. Yeah, he's like, oh, 350. He's kind of looking around and he says, Reynos, how about you look at this stuff? And yeah, he kind of, comes over and he sets down the plate and he sets all the jewelry on the plate and he brings it up to himself and he's looking at it.
Jesus.
And he says, and yeah, he's like kind of moving it around and says, I'd say we could do 300.
All right. I can part with it for 300.
Deal.
Okay.
And then Greemag says, he like comes over and kind of smacks Reynos away and like, dumps the jewelry off the plate and he's just like, go get the money, and hands him the plate and he's like, yeah, go get the money. So he goes back
Okay, then.
into a separate side room and Greemag kind of scoops up all that kind of stuff and he's just like, maybe I can sell this over to Nira, make some money. So then he just kind of like pockets it all and Reynos, comes out and gives you money.
Okay. So now we are currently sitting at 626 gold plus some silver and copper. And the other items I have are armor and weapons, so I'll sell those at the blacksmith.
Okay.
Somebody less illiterate.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just kind of, he has them like in his hand, he's like looking at him and he's just like, okay, well, yeah, it was nice doing business with you.
Yes. Yeah, we'll go check the blacksmith. There's no weaponry I want.
Yeah, you don't see anything that's better than your glaive. Like you know
Yeah.
that everything that's in here. And like I mean you know this place like pretty well. Like Reynos and Grimag know you and you know them, and you don't really like kind of trust them, so you kind of just want to like get in there and get out. You're like, like I don't really want to interact with them.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll wait for Rain to finish
Oh
identifying.
wait, sorry. Building 8 is the blacksmith.
God damn it.
You're like, I've been at this house. You're like, I'm knocking over all their stuff looking for a blacksmith.
Had a phone call.
So, Gizmo, since you left first, you get kind of the first hit here. And, you hear the... Oh, wait. I could have had, freaking music playing the whole time.
Do you
How much
have
money's-
town music? We have like 600 some gold.
Yeah, since
I
Yeah.
got 300 from the idiots with the jewelry.
Nice.
626 plus 298 silver, 900 some copper.
Yeah, so you come over here and you hear the clangs, of him working on stuff again. Basically you've heard it the whole time, just thinking about back at whatever dwarven forges and everything. And yeah, so the guy that you interacted with 2 days before is standing out here. He says, "Ah, it's the dwarf. Come here to help me finish another horseshoe."
Helped with a horseshoe?
Yeah, you rolled Smith tolls and got like a 20 or something.
Oh, that's right. Actually, good sir, I'm here to inquire about some armor.
Oh, really? Yeah, he's kind of, wiping off the sweat. And he's like, I don't. I'm kind of just servicing the people of this town, but I could try to make you something.
Oh, Jesus.
He
Gizmo looks.
says, actually, hold on a second. I have some really old stuff that I made. And he goes, this is his, like, forge area. And, obviously the more giant square is his house. And he kind of just walks over there. He says, "Tend to the forge while I'm looking."
He's
He
actually
just
My
kinda hands
pleasure.
you it. Yeah, he hands you like his hammer.
he's actually super humble, and it's all like +2 armor.
He's
It's like, oh, here's some old stuff. It's not
like, "I'm
too
sorry,"
good.
and it's like Oblivion Daedric armor. He's like, "Yeah, I kind of screwed up some of the pointy bits." We're like, "What?"
I found these
Oh,
old
I made
demon
this armor out
hearts
of-
and converted them into whatever this is.
"Oh, I forged this on the edge of a volcano. It's enchanted obsidian armor, but I'm not that good." Desu. So yeah, he comes out and he comes out with the best pair of chainmail underwear you've ever seen.
+1 to chainmail.
It protects you from critical shits. You're like, where have I heard this before?
If one more person in this town says critical shits,
It's horrible.
So yeah, he actually comes out with breastplate, and he says, "This is something that I was working on, where I was trying to combine, part of the comfort and mobility of leather, but also trying to get some plate mail, and I don't know, it's a little bit lighter than full plate because I used the leather, but I don't know. Is this something that you'd be interested in? I'd have to change it to make it a little bit not as long because I think your knees would get in the way of it, but I could fix that up in a day."
Is it better than what I'm wearing?
It is, yes, technically better than what you're wearing.
I'll take it. Acquired by the weapon, too.
Yeah, he says, "Oh, well, I put a lot of time into this, so this is, I mean, I don't know how much money you have, but I'd say that this is probably going to come to about like 200 gold."
Fucking Christ.
Armor's not cheap.
Yeah, but 200 gold for 8 piece?
Well, like part of this armor is like the legs and the chest as
Oh.
well. Like I mean, it's like a full like
Yeah.
thing of armor that he would give you, is what I should say.
I wait for the other two to get their opinion on it first.
Yeah, so like as he was looking around and getting that, Rain and Zoldak, you come over to here and you see Gizmo is like at the forge and he's, using the whatever the blower, like the fan thing, I forget what it's called.
Bellows?
Yeah, the bellows.
What kind of armor do you currently have, Gizmo?
Scale. 14 AC.
And versus what are we looking at currently?
Breastplate. That's
Breastplate.
also 14, but
Yeah.
it doesn't give you disadvantage on stealth, which is its only difference.
What are you
And it
using,
weighs less.
CJ?
Yeah, I have chainmail.
Okay, so I don't
Yeah,
think it would be worth it for Gizmo because he's not stealthing at all, but it might be worth it for Zoldak.
Nah, because chainmail is 16 AC, breastplate is only 14.
Oh, yeah, so it is, okay.
Yeah, the only thing that would be better for me is splint or plate.
We need a better town with better stuff. Could we leave yet?
Could he modify it to be full plate?
That would take more than a
Probably.
day.
Yeah.
If there's really
Okay.
nothing else we can find, I don't know.
I would say check if he has like some kind of masterwork fucking warhammer. Or if he could modify yours before the end of the day to be
Can I inquire about a hammer or a better weapon or shield? Like a metal shield or a better hammer?
So he comes out and Rain and Zoldak come over and he just has his armor there and he just kind of like sets it over. He has some kind of like workbench that's over there and you start asking him about his shield and he goes, well, what's wrong with yours? And he comes over and says, yeah, this is like a masterwork shield. I can't make anything that's better than this.
Okay. What about a new hammer?
Oh, hammer? I mean, I have the hammer that I use to work on everything, but
Nope. Gizmo completely loses interest and faith in him at this point and walks away.
okay.
Um,
All right, so you're not interested in the armor?
Not for 200
Gizmo.
gold.
Okay. He just kind of takes it and goes back into his house.
well, hold on a minute.
So
What's
like,
the
you better
plot? What's
speak
the-
up.
And then he comes out again. Goes, oh, there's plenty of work to do here. Is there something that you two need? Because I'm just going to get back to it.
Well, I was curious if you'd be interested in purchasing some items off of us. I have quite a few weapons here that I have no use for, and some armor
Yeah,
as well.
let me take a look.
Right. I'll just paste it all in the chat.
Yeah, you're like 37 helmets, 14 halberds, and he's like, well, what the hell?
Hey, where are you, a pack mule?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Actually, wait a minute. Yeah, that's enough. And if you want any of this, Rain, just let me know.
Okay, I also,
There's actually that studded leather. Hold on, it looks like it missed something. Did I just not copy it?
I probably can't use the spiked chain weapon, can I?
You don't think you are proficient with it?
Couldn't Rain use a studded leather though? Or do you already own studded leather?
I think I can only use normal leather because I think I can only wear light armor.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or actually, studded leather is. Let me see. 'Cause that might actually be able
I think
to wear
studded is the highest of light.
Yeah, let me see what I have. Yeah, I actually
Yeah,
could.
here's the other two.
Yeah, I could actually use the studded leather. So we can swap the studded for the normal leather.
Okay. So just make that normal leather.
Yeah, he says,
Do
"Oh,
you have one?
I'd be kind of interested in this chain. That's pretty cool. Where did you get this?"
Chain.
The
The
spike
spike
chain.
Oh, the
chain.
spike chain. Um,
The
a
knoll?
bandit.
The bandit?
Yeah, bandit leader over at the moat house had it on him.
It's got Fernox blood on it. How much is that worth?
It's got something you might have cared about on it.
There's too soon damage on it.
There's no such thing as too soon in this game.
Yeah, and he says, "Otherwise, I don't really have much need unless you would sell me the armor for parts and I could just melt it down. But yeah, I don't really need the armor. But yeah, I'll buy the chain from you.
For how much?
I will pay. I will pay. He will pay.
Probably not a whole lot.
5 gold.
That's probably not too bad, actually.
For one item, not really.
Sure. We'll go with that. It's not like we have use for it.
You
Yeah.
have gained 5 gold. So he goes back, he takes it and goes back into his house
Oh,
and comes back with money.
okay. And for the armor for parts, how much were you thinking for?
Oh, you'd be better off just saving and selling it to some mercenary or something that actually needs it.
Okay. Alright, let me get the chain out of our.
Zoldak, I'll go ahead and take that the studded leather then.
Okay. You want me to hold on to the regular leather?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, and then the
And,
rest
I
of the
mean,
stuff we're
I guess-
keeping.
I guess technically I need to find somewhere to change some wearing it. So unless I just strip naked in the middle of town.
No, it just instantly appears on your
Right.
body, yeah. What did you find out about the liquids in the bottles?
What did I find out about the liquids in the bottles?
Hmm.
Mr. GM, what did he find out about the
What
liquids
did
in the
I
bottles?
So, which one you can have discovered one of them. So, which one do you want?
What are the colors?
Red and orange.
What color was Alchemist Fire before?
Purple? Or blue, wasn't it?
I think it was kind of orangish.
Oh.
Do I recognize the orange as Alchemist Fire?
Let me look here. Do you have down? Do you remember when you got them?
It was on the earlier side. I want to say it was before we fought the gnolls.
Oh yeah. I had the Alchemist Fire from like
No. Whenever he got his
oh
bottles.
Yeah, I had both of them before the gnolls because I remember thinking, man, I wish I knew what these did because I could potentially use them. I think I also got the small black bag with it, or with them, but I don't know
You
if there
haven't
was
opened
anything
to that
else.
either.
Yeah, I know. I want to know what's in that too.
That God, I forget when you go because it's gonna help. It's gonna help me remember what they are.
Like I said, I'm pretty sure it was before the gnolls.
Don't you have a loot list right
You
there
think it
somewhere?
was before the gnolls? Well, then it could have come from the bandits.
Actually, yeah, I think it was the bandits.
Okay. The banditos. Well, let's see here. I'm gonna. So that's all you have is those single colors. Like
Yep,
normally
all
I
red
put
liquid.
that kind of stuff in the like the DM description area for people, but I like didn't put that for you. So it's bottle of red liquid, bottle of orange liquid. So which one are you looking at first?
Oh, I was just gonna say, do I identify the orange one as Alchemist Fire before? Because like, if I looked at them and I was like, oh, this is the Alchemist Fire, then I would have done the red one. I just wanted to know if I immediately identified it because it was the same color as the fire that I was up close and personal with in the well.
So the orange one you do not recognize.
Okay.
The red one, upon looking at it closer and having seen it before, you believe that it is a potion of healing of some kind.
Oh, it's like in The Legend of Zelda. The
The
red one heals.
So I mean, you know that one. So then you go ahead and identify the orange one, and
Potion of healing or cure.
Yep.
so the red one is some potion of healing. You don't know which one, but you're just like, yeah, that's what I believe this to be. And the orange one, this one you believe is a potion of fire breath.
Beautiful.
Let's see how good this. Actually, no, they don't have it. Let's see how that paste goes.
Okay. So, while the rest of this is going on, I'm gonna just tell. Now that I've done that, just tell Zoldak and Gizmo like I really need to get to the library. So.
Okay. I want to look and see what's in that small black bag. And I think that was around the same time we got the liquids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. Oh, you know what it was? They were in the box with the money. They were like buried with
Oh,
the
right,
money, all the
yeah,
copper
when we dug
coins. That's where
around.
they were.
Yeah.
So as you open up the bag, you can see that it is filled with like copper coins.
Oh, okay.
But this whole time you thought that it's been empty.
Yeah.
Is it some kind of bag of holding?
You know what? I betcha it could be. I don't know. I guess I follow Rain.
Okay. Gizmo, what do you want to do?
Where are they headed?
Oh,
to the church. Gizmo goes to the inn.
Yes. Okay.
To the inn.
Refill that never-ending keg somehow.
Not test a drunks or drunks a dwarven's drunkenness.
Yeah, so you go into the inn and there's a bunch of people in there and you don't see Spugnor, but you know that he came here. You figure he's up in his room, and Osler's there, and just everything's kind of busy right now. So what do you want to do?
I take a table.
I'm gonna move you to the thing. I got a Fernox in here too.
Of course he is.
And so is Oliver. Gizmo to the welcome engine.
The welcome winch.
Yeah, so I mean, there's a bunch of people here, like normal townspeople, traders, everything like that. Ostlers at the bar. Yeah, you just kind of find a open area.
In the corner.
Yep. And yeah, like the lady that served you before comes over and she's like, "Oh, it's the dwarven arm breaker. You just want something to drink?"
Today.
Not today?
Not today. Not right
What?
now.
Oh.
Are you
You
sick?
want something to eat?
Nope.
Are you sick?
No.
No. Oh, all right. Well, just let us know whenever you want something. And she goes and leaves. So to the church. Okay, so this is Zoldak. By the way, number 19 is your house.
Oh, okay.
And as you're coming over here, all 3 of your dogs run up to you.
Yep,
you know,
I'm
they're
gonna
just-
stop and pet them and hug them and
And tell them to
Hug
get
them.
back to the house.
embrace them.
Roll an animal handling check with disadvantage.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
Why would there be disadvantage? Your dogs hate you because you left them for
They
so long.
hate
You get minus 400 points.
Yeah.
Who's a
good boy? All 3 of them are good boys.
His dogs suddenly increase in size and steroids and want to murder
Yeah, so
people.
they're like, obviously really excited and everything, and like barking and everything.
I
I'm
need to
actually
be.
gonna. I'm actually
you don't
gonna.
notice
Okay.
what's going on.
Oh, I was gonna say. I'm gonna BRB real quick. If you guys just want to continue, and then
Okay.
just TLDR me anything.
I was
that'd
gonna
be
say,
fine.
considering
Okay.
I'm going right next to my house, I'm actually gonna stop there and just check up on things, make sure everything's good. Spend a little more time with my dogs.
Yeah. Okay, Rain's gonna head off to the church. So, yeah, whenever you come up to your house,
Just kind of taking care of miscellaneous things that I would have needed to do while I was away.
yeah. I was gonna say your house. Your house is a modest cottage. It's funny. I should show you the description of the person that was there before you were there.
I've changed his personality a little bit, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just because I was like, oh, you know who you could be. I was like, you could actually be from the town and stuff. But it would be funny if I showed you like what the actual person was. But yeah, so you go in, you don't notice anything's messed up. It's your house, and open it up, and all your dogs are still super excited. They're all still good boys.
I need to come up with names for him.
So yeah, the only thing that you left at your house is that one time whenever you were adventuring and you ransacked this one area and you found this store of like really nice like masterwork arrows, and you kind of just like as everybody was kind of plundering everything, you're like, oh, I'm gonna pocket this. So they're like in a really nice quiver, and they're these arrows that you've always just kind of like held on to for some reason, whether it was like the first time that you ever got something, but that's one thing that you left behind, in your house, because you didn't obviously think that you would be away for so long, and you didn't need them, so you don't have a bow that you took with you. So
Yeah, I do have a short bow on me.
okay, well, yeah, I think these are kind of like your, like they have some meaning to you, so you didn't bring them, but there's 10 arrows in it, and you know that they're like really good quality.
Yeah. You said that it was like the first. one of the first things, like,
Yeah, just like
plunders?
what just as everybody's going through stuff in that particular store of stuff, that for whatever reason you're like, oh, this is kind of my thing, and just they have some meaning to you somehow. That's
Okay.
why you like didn't take them out, and it's like you're not quick to use them if you had to, kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave them there then, but I'll make a note that I have it.
Oh,
Yeah. Basically, it's 10
Yes.
plus 1 arrows, but
isn't that back there? Not the one you're holding.
So Rain, Zolak says that he wants to go check up on his house and his dogs and everything and make sure everything's in order. So you approach building 20.
All right.
So this is a stone building, and it has the symbol of like a giant like club, basically. And Gizmo said earlier that, or basically people have talked about this place earlier, that this is the Church of Saint Cuthbert, who his symbol is a cudgel.
Okay.
So yeah, you are standing outside of this building.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna head it and try to go right to where their library is.
Yeah. So whenever you walk in, the main area, the immediate area, whenever you walk in, it's kind of there's windows everywhere, so there's daylight coming in. This immediate area, the entire building is shaped like how you see it's kind of like a weird H. So the first room you come into is really wide, and there are pillars that are going up to the ceiling, and this area is really high. And you can see there's like a small little hallway that goes forward and hooks up to another wide room, but above you in this area, above the little like basically this area, the little like squeezed part, there's like a little balcony area up there, and that's like maybe where the person gives like the sermon or whatever, just speaks to the people. And there's a bunch of pews in this area that are between the columns as well, this kind of main area. And you see some people who are like dressed in just kind of like all white clothing that are just like tending to things and going around. But you see one person who comes over and approaches you from the far room. There's like a curtain there that's all green, and he comes over from there, and he's like, excuse me, can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking to potentially take a look at your library. It's actually pretty important. I really don't have time to go into details.
I'm sorry, but I don't know who you are.
I am the one. I, along with my friends, I'm sure you know Zoldak, just came back from the moat house, and the situation is dire.
I do know Zoldak, yes. The half elf that lives across the road.
Yes, and Gizmo, the dwarf who came to pray here or something like 2 days ago.
Yeah, he gave an offering. Yeah, he said he was with someone like Zeus or Zeus or something like that. I've never heard of the person.
Yes, well, they're in my party, and it's the information I need, like quickly. Like Burn is dead.
Burn is what?
Yeah, Burn has been killed, and I need this information faster than right now.
And then he just kind of like leaves you and like walks away, just like to the back area, and he goes off to the right.
I guess I'll look for any books or scrolls or anything.
In this immediate area, you don't like really see anything.
Okay, I guess I follow him then.
Okay. So yeah, walking over here, and there's like a Yeah, like there's the green curtain that's right up here in this area, and there's 2 doors on the side, and the one on the left is closed, and the one on the right is open, and you see the man that you were talking to. He's like in there talking to somebody else, and he turns around, and the other person that he's talking to comes out here, and the first person that you talked to was probably, like 5'10", but this guy comes out and he's like 6'2". He's much bigger, and you recognize him as being, his name is Canon Turgeon. He was like the religious leader that was at the town hall meeting with Jack Flint and everything. Like,
Okay.
and he's dressed up like in all of his robes and everything. And he says, "Oh, Rain, yeah, you're with the group that went to the moat house."
Yeah, so I just catch him up on everything I told the other guy, just moat house,
Yes,
imminent danger.
Calmert said that Byrne is dead.
Yes, it was some kind of assassin speaking in some language that Spugnor said was undercommon, and I have some
Undercommon.
yeah, and I have some, I need to check, if you have any books that might give us a lead on who this person is, if it's an undercommon god or something that might give us some information as to what's going on.
We don't have anything that has to deal with the Underdark here. We only have holy texts and.
Well, do you have any books that may speak of gods that people in the Underdark may worship? Just something to give us some direction. We don't know if it's a person or a god or who they were killing him for.
What is this? The name or the word or whatever you're talking about?
I'll tell him as best as I can remember it.
Yeah,
Just-
he says. Even I have to go look at what it is. So,
Yes, like I remember it was like Z something. Like
it is. It is
like X something or other.
Zugmoy.
Zugmoy, sure.
Yeah, so you say Zugmoy to him, and he says, "I've never heard of that before, and I've no, we don't have anything like that here."
All right. Do you have any idea where I could find such a thing? Because it's whatever this thing or person is. It's local to the moat house. It's close enough to town to cause a danger.
I would say that Byrne would probably be the best one to deal with anything that has to deal with the Underdark. I know very little about it.
Well, after his assassination, we were rushed out of the tower. Do you think you could get me back into his tower to take a look at any of his books, anything that he may have knowledge-wise?
Yeah, during this, that the other person that Canon called Calmert, like Canon said something to him, and he like left out through the front door, like he's like running somewhere.
Right.
So say that again.
Oh, just that, like, well, after the assassination, like we were rushed out of his tower. Do you have any pull with Jack or otherwise that if you think that Byrne would have had information that I could look at Byrne's tomes or something to figure out who did this to him?
Yeah, we have very little control over what goes on with the tower. It's kind of, I would say Jack has the most diplomacy with that. Is the tower isn't really anything. It was kind of put upon the village of Hamlet by the Lord of Verbabank to the north, but I would say Jack is the main one to call. I just told Calmer to go get him. We need to have we need to bring the elders together and talk about this right away.
Yeah, certainly. I feel like Gizmo and Zoldak should be, and Mai should all be a part of this. They experienced it all with me. They may remember things that I don't.
Yeah, you'll have to let us know everything. Right, because you all went to the moat house. Sorry, I have been dealing with I have a paladin that's in the area temporarily, and I'm kind of just dealing with him. He's from Verbabank, and it's kind of, one of those things where it's out of your hands and kind of demanding. But I've been dealing with that for the past 2 days. But
Well, we should probably bring this paladin to the meeting as well.
I can bring it up to him, but he kind of seems to have his own agenda. But if you just go get your party and bring them to the town hall meeting area, and we'll try to get there as soon as possible.
All right, sounds good.
So he goes back into that room, and he seems to just be like gathering stuff, and assuming that you leave.
Yeah, just go to Zoldak's house because that's where I like split off from him.
Yeah.
Zoldak explained to him what happens and say we gotta find Gizmo and May and go to the town hall meeting.
Right, I agree. All right, I'm finished up here. Let's go.
Yep.
Town hall meeting.
Do you leave your dogs at the house?
Yeah, I will for now.
Okay.
No, he's turned them into great killers, and they will join us on the battlefield.
That's definitely a possibility. We're just going
Soon, my dogs, of course. Soon.
we're just going to a town meeting, so no need to bring them along.
I
Yeah.
came home and started kicking them, and they're really mad. Now I'm ready for this meeting.
Okay, wait, what building is the town? I guess.
Number 9.
But we should grab the other two.
Yeah.
I mean, even though we don't know where Gizmo is, if he wasn't in the church, he's at the bar. So if you want to go grab Gizmo, I'll go grab May.
Okay. I also tell the other guys that are in the bar, you know,
Oh
the
yeah, I
guys who
guess.
were adventuring with us.
Yeah, you don't see Tarako or Cobort in there.
Okay.
Oh, I see him right there.
In Gizmo didn't see. Oh right.
And Spugnor if he's there as well.
They're not there anymore. So yeah, you go there and you're looking for Gizmo, and you find him in the corner.
Okay. Hey Gizmo, we're gathering.
wait. Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you not?
we're gathering
there's
the town
Satori.
together for a meeting to discuss what to do next regarding what we found.
You're doing a what now? The who?
We're gathering the town together.
Actually,
To
Gizmo
discuss.
ignores you for the first second because he's reading and / writing something in his prayer book. And has this holy symbol in his hand.
Noticing that he's doing that, I stop.
Yeah, you also notice that he doesn't have any alcohol in front of him.
Yeah.
And then he looks up and is like, Zodak!
Ah, Gizmo. Yeah, sorry to interrupt. We're gathering the town together to discuss the recent events, both at the Moat House and at the tower.
Fucking Oliver, that goddamn bastard.
I have my suspicions, very suspicious of him, yes.
I've been suspicious of that bastard since the first day I met him. The town
When
hall
did you-
meeting! We found him and Horse on the side of the road because they had just been jumped by bandits for his wine. We had to go kill them so we could get his wine back.
You guys
wine,
looking at
what's
the
his name?
main?
Yeah.
Okay, so Rain, you're walking down the path, and all the trees are there. Same thing. You're going here, and yeah, you see, you don't see anybody out here.
Okay. I check in the hut.
Inside the hut, they're making love.
I hope not.
But May is still a spider.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna web. So yeah, whenever you come in, this is just like his little hut, and he has like a little, just kind of like leaf blanket thing that's covering the doorway, and you open it up and you see that that Jeru is like sitting down, and there's like a small like little fire that's here, and May is like in the far corner sitting on his bed, and like they're whenever you come in, they're doesn't your comprehend languages last like an hour or something?
Yeah, an hour.
Yeah, so whenever you come in, they're speaking in like a different language, but you can understand them, and basically they're just kind of talking about. May is describing. Right now, he's basically describing the last fight that you had and how everything like was animated, and just stuff wrong with the forest and everything. And Jared just like looks up at you and he says, "Oh, and he's like smoking on like a little pipe thing, and he kind of coughs whenever he comes in. He's like, rain," and now he's speaking in common.
Yeah. So I'm like, hey, Jeru, I'm sure May caught you up on everything, but we're wanted at the town hall. After the recent events, May, you don't know this yet, but Burn is dead. He was assassinated.
Yeah, and then Jeru like really starts coughing, and he like drops his pipe, and he's like, what?
Yeah. We were explaining to Jeru or to Burn exactly what happened as I'm doing now, and darkness just like filled the room, and by the time I dispelled it, he was dead. So be careful.
And a certain gnome was gone. Don't forget about that part.
Yeah, and Oliver is missing again.
He says, yeah, well, yeah, I guess we should have a meeting.
Yeah, so they're calling it right now. We should go to the town hall.
It's unfortunate that Jack won't be able to attend. He headed to Verberblank to kind of talk about this kind of situation with the bandits and everything, and that you all were going to the moat house. He's bringing it up to the lords there.
Who is in charge in Jack's absence?
That would be...
Probably Burn.
That would be me. I am the second eldest here, so I would be the one that has to lead the meeting.
Okay, so you should do what you need to do to prepare for that, and either meet us there, or if you want us to wait just in case anybody makes an attempt on you.
I'll head over, but have the others been told?
The whatever, I forget the priest guy's name. It was kind of long. That guy's
Canon Turgeon.
Yeah, Canon Turgeon has been informed and is finding people.
Literally, it's
He
canon.
says- He like Jeru kind of stands up, and he like goes to walk outside. He has like his like gnarled quarterstaff thing, and he comes out, and May is just kind of like following him. Everybody comes outside, and
Shouldn't he be overjoyed that May's alive?
well, I mean, Rain kind of came, like, some time has passed since
We didn't
May
see.
and
Okay.
Jeru's been talking. Yeah, it's not like the game was paused and they're like, "Oh, May, it's good to see you. Stay a while and listen."
No,
So
he's
whenever
dead.
you come
He will
outside,
stay that way.
Jeru kind of holds, he kind of leans the quarterstaff against his like neck and his head, and he has his hands up, and like some birds fly down to his hands, and he is like whispering something to all of them, and then they all fly off like in different directions. And he's like, "All right, well, everybody should be there. I've just summoned them, so let's go." So Jeru starts walking towards. So yeah, as Soldak and Gizmo, you come out.
Would this meeting count as a short rest because I'm not doing anything but talking and standing?
No, I would say with walking around and doing everything, nothing.
Right.
Not enough time has passed and stuff.
But
like that.
would like the meeting itself that we're about to do, would that like count as a short rest?
If it
Is
would
that-
last long enough, but yeah, we could just say that a short rest could happen.
Okay, just because I get all my like I'm out of spells, so I would want to take a short rest before our next move, no matter what it is. But just for the sake of time, if we combined them.
Yeah, let's just say that it did now that you're like back in town and everything.
Okay.
Because you didn't encounter anything coming back on the path, so it's not like you've, whatever.
Right.
May like looks kind of tired, but aside from that, he's just kind of like following Jeru and just kind of like he hasn't really said much so far. After after he was talking to him. So coming into this building. Yeah, this one is new, and everything in here is like pretty bare. There's windows in here, and there's basically the long table that was sitting at the far end whenever you walk in, and then there's like a bunch of chairs, like the pews basically are up. It's basically how it was whenever you had the meeting before. And in here is the Canon Turgeon. He is in here already, and you also notice that yeah, that's it. That's the only person that's in here whenever everybody walks in. So Jeru, like Canon gets up and comes over to Jeru, and they say some words to each other and everything, and they sit down, and Jeru basically says, "Well, everybody else should be here shortly."
Okay, I'll pull up a seat and wait.
Yeah, so May just kind of sits like over in the corner.
I
And,
do the same.
Yeah, just sits there. Gizmo, where do you want to sit?
Stand by the door.
Okay. So, I would
Very
say
cautiously watching everybody.
I would say that we could end the scenario here. And pick up with the meeting at the village of Hama.
D&D.
And we're like, well, they're like, okay, so we're gonna go hunt the warlock, and we're like, nah, you're gonna go hunt the warlock. We're just gonna leave. We're done.
Yeah, like there's wells there.
So the warlock's nickname is actually the warlock of the wells.
There's wells
No.
there, and Rain's a coward and doesn't like
No.
water.
No, water is fine. If it's in a well, that's when it becomes a problem.
So for making it back to town and talking with everybody and getting this meeting and everything that goes on, everybody gets 500 experience.
You serious?
Yes. Milestone XP.
I guess we did bring back word of what was going on. That's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, basically updating the town.
I dispelled a darkness spell.
Yeah, you're
Wanna-
like,
you
I
want a
dispel the
cookie?"
darkness. You level up!
Yes,
I mean, that's
Oh my
almost
God.
the same as attacking the darkness. So
Yeah,
You were solving the Blues Clues.
I did one thing this whole time, and it didn't mean anything because he was already dead.
I made 2 shopkeepers, well, blacksmith and a shopkeeper, very sad because I didn't buy any of their stuff.
I suppose we should tell Jeru that, you know, Burn is basically dead, but like he's not decomposing. So if
He's
Jeru
not
could
dead.
re-
Wasn't Gentle Repose supposed to bring him back to life?
it doesn't bring him back to life. It just makes it so that he doesn't like rot or turn undead for like a week or something. So Jeru, if he could theoretically like revive him if he knows like revive or whatever.
Jiru only knows reincarnate, which has a very good chance of bringing him back as something he doesn't really want to be.
A tree? His
Oh,
stick?
come on. What's going on? Can you guys see it?
See what?
I saw you type cannon turgeon.
What are we trying to see?
I don't see anything.
No, it's gonna do it freaking after the fact. It's being laggy.
It's gonna scan it like what happened to me.
Yeah, it's gonna do it like the freaking Spider-Man thing. Stupid.
So I gained a follower this session.
Yeah, it's doing it. Well, it's gonna be really random whenever we come back and they finally appear. I put a picture of a jar of strawberry preserves. 'Cause that's what Spugmore did to him. He put him into a jar of preserves.
Or like how pickles are.
Yeah, he pickled him. Salted and cured him.
I mean, maybe he does know reincarnate. Maybe he can reincarnate him.